My Urban Studies article titled Urban Neoliberalism with Islamic Characteristics discusses the changing urban policy framework in Turkey in the context of the rise and consolidation of a particularly curious example of Islamic neoliberalism. Turkey's Islamic Neoliberal Party, the Justice and Development Party, or the AKP, first assumed political power in 2002, and since then it has won every election in a landslide. The AKP's policies have been remarkably different from the populist and justice-oriented discourse of the Welfare Party, its predecessor. There have been various theories on the success of the AKP and its continuing appeal among the popular masses in spite of its neoliberal policies unfavorable to the urban poor. John 12, for instance, argues that under the leadership of the AKP, the popular Islamist sectors were demobilized and incorporated into the neoliberal mainstream. My goal in this paper was to provide an account of Islamic neoliberalism in the domain of urban policy. I used empirical material from my fieldwork in a peripheral informal neighborhood in Istanbul targeted by urban renewal. The renewal project entailed the demolition of existing houses and the relocation of residents in high-rise mess housing units. The new flats are sold to the residents via mortgage loans. For me, a major puzzle was the fact that, despite being directly threatened by the AKP's urban policies, this neighborhood still decisively delivered for the AKP in local and national elections. In making sense of this apparent conundrum, among other factors, I focused on the AKP's use of aid distribution in the form of alms as a major means of consolidating its grip in poor neighborhoods. And here I have benefited from the work of people such as Jenny White, Ali Ekber Doğan and Ayşe Bura. These trust-based networks have been crucial in keeping a pulse on the neighborhood and garnering consent for the renewal project. This article contributes to the further diversification of scholarship on urban neoliberalism. And here, instead of just a policy framework, following Wendy Brown, I take neoliberalism as a political rationality, which co-articulates with other political rationalities, such as political Islam. The Turkish experiment with Islamic urban neoliberalism is ongoing, and it has recently taken a highly authoritarian turn with the increasing centralization of decision-making regarding interventions in urban space and repression of dissenting voices. There are various warning signs that the AKP's real estate and infrastructure-led economic policies will encounter limits. We need more systematic work into the intricate nexus of real estate developers, international investors, Islamic business networks, and the AKP.